An intelligent man is sometimes forced to be drunk in order to spend time with his fools. Throughout the eons of life, antiquity through modernity, there has always been an intuitive figure that is so wise and all-knowing, he takes on a charade of foolishness and mental incapacity. Many figures, like the god Kvasir, who was the wisest and all-knowing of the Nordic pantheon, yet he was a homeless wanderer who spread his knowledge and wisdom throughout the peasants and villagers in Ironwood. Or more recently, during the 2000s, a key figure of this personality type is Jar Jar Binks, who clearly valued and understood the underestimation advantage. Now fast forward to the year 2017, the album Gucci Gang flared up quicker than a baby reveal forest fire down in California. Its relatable, humorous lyrics accompanied with the outrageous music videos really encompass the exaggerated swagger of a Latino teen. But behind all that lays a deeper meaning to all his antics. So please let us dive through the esoteric mind of Lil Pump. Firstly, let us learn a little about Lil Pump. His name is actually Gazi Garcia, and he was born in August 17th, 2000. Both of his parents were Colombian. Yeah, he's not black. Now, personally, when I think about Lil Pump, I remember that kid from the movie Coach Carter. You know, that kid who got his cousin got shot from gang shit. I don't know. Is it just me? Well, I digress. Now, what makes Lil Pump so esoteric? Well, firstly, we have to go back to the ancient North Africans. Back to the time of ancient Egypt and Atlantis, there was a thing known as silly magic. Among the North Africans, in fact, many of our modern silly words originate from the area. Words like wazoo and shit. Lil Pump had a variation of silly magic words, one that has become very popular and has helped the spread of many good vibes throughout the teens, both in the projects and in the suburbs. Said word being exaggerated. Now, this is a word that we all said before, but do we know what it actually proclaims? Exaggerated stands for every soldier killed enters the toilet interaction telephone. The toilet interaction telephone being a play on words for the word afterlife. Basically, it suggests martyrdom for your king and god, who mythologically and historically speaking, the king and god in question would have been Merneptah the Great. Here is another example of Lil Pump using silly magic, but at the same time pretending to be mentally handicapped.
A whole lot of gang shit. Y'all know about this, man. There's a whole lot of gang shit going on, bro. Y'all ain't on it, bro. On fault now. Let me see that.
He is even known for being a Harvard dropout. While Wikipedia says that he dropped out in 10th grade, we actually know the truth, and that is he dropped out of Harvard because he thought their entrance exam was a little too pathetic and pandering to silly peoples. Another thing to note is how Lil Pump constantly says his name, which reminds me of how in the Emerald tablet, Thoth says I Thoth. Now, I would never compare Lil Pump to Thoth, because I don't want to get cursed or something. Lil Pump is not Thoth. Now notice how in this video the mannerisms of which he says the N-word, it is heard as nigga, but personally I believe he said the word niggle, which is a very popular word said often by the esoteric mastermind known as Bodhi, which further suggests Lil Pump's roots in the occult.
You're going 70 miles per hour. How long would it take you to drive 70 miles?
70, nigga?
Oh, why? Why 70? Explain to the camera why 70.
Furthermore, many of his verses are deep, but people take them at face value. Verses like My Beloved Cocaine is a criticism to the degrading state that women have evolved to, where narcotics and adultery are the norm. Or verses like D-Rose, 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 which references the book The Industrial Society and Its Future. Basically, he talks about his love for roses, or in the broader sense, nature itself. Now, I've attempted to contact Lil Pump, who's now known as Pump Hefner, on Instagram, but sadly it was without response. So until then, that is all for the video. Please let me know your thoughts and have a good night.